So today, guys, we are going to be talking about a talent that got a huge rework in Title Update 20, and it's making one of the best solo player builds in the game even better. And the reason why is because of how fast the talent itself stacks. Yes, you might have guessed it by now. It's called Intimidate. And a lot of you guys are going to be watching this gameplay, and you're going to see, as soon as I get my bonus armor, how fast Intimidate's at full stacks. Like, it's already at full stacks as soon as I get my bonus armor, right? And as long as I can keep that bonus armor, it will stay up. So that's the one thing you have to try to do. Just keep the bonus armor. And look, just look at Intimidate. It's crazy how the stacks on this thing are... They couldn't even get out the door. And then look at my armor. You just see the armor? So that means I'm having full Hunter's Fury, full Intimidate. And this is going to replace talents like Obliterate and stuff like that. Especially if you like running stuff like Adrenaline Rush, or even you like running the Memento Backpack. That's how I'm building my bonus armor on this one. So you can definitely run this a lot of different ways. But I think I'm going to let you guys figure that out. And at the end of this video, I'll show you how I have mine. So what we'll do is we'll do some gameplay here. So that way you guys can see the full gameplay of how it all works. But look, as long as you can keep the bonus armor up, you'll have it. Now, obviously, the more armor you have, the better it is. Because you can have more of a stack, you know? And then as long as you can get to that bonus armor, there you go. Oh, and we got an exotic over here. What did we get? We got, oh, the Catharsis. We already have that. So we're just going to delete that. Nice. GG's. We'll take that for the exotic component. Got him here. We got one guy over here. But yeah, I'm loving this. Intimidate stacks are so crazy, so fast now, that even if I lose a stack, it's almost at full stack so quick. It literally takes 3 seconds to get at max stack with regular Intimidate. So even if you lose it, you're already building that stack so quick. Look, we got a guy over here. Take a look at that. So good, right? And that's what I'm loving about the new Intimidate talent. So let me just get all this. A bunch of material we can use here. And let's go do another control point. Now we're going to have actually, it's going to be even stronger because you're going to see gameplay with it with a full 30 stack of Memento Backpack. So it's going to get it a lot funner. So let's dive into that control point now. So we just arrived to our next control point. We're going to be doing Sleeping Giant. We just popped the flare and let's go over there. The biggest thing I want you guys to keep an eye on is how fast Intimidate is going active. And when Intimidate goes active, we're getting 30%, 36% extra damage, right? And that's what I kind of want you guys to see. So here we go. Just look at it. And obviously, the more bonus armor we can get, the better we can keep it up, and the longer we can keep it up, right? And then when we lose it, look how fast we get it back. That's what's so good about it. And if you could chain a bunch of kills together, that bonus armor gets so tanky depending on how much armor you have. And then obviously we go to there, but look how fast we get it back. Tell me that is not amazing. Like, I used to love Obliterate, and I'm going to be loving running Intimidate again. And if you guys remember Intimidate back in the day, it had that it had that buff where, where's he at? Where they at? It had that buff where it was instant. And while we don't have that kind of buff, it's still going to be better than what we had before. So let's just see this. Look. 1, 2, 3, max stacks. 3 seconds to get max stacks. And a lot of you guys might see the wording is a little wrong right now. It says it's 1 second every stack, but it actually is 3 stacks every second. So I'll show you guys the full wording in a second. Yeah, they just got to reword it, but you're getting 3 stacks a second, and max stack is 9 on regular Intimidate. So we can go over here. And as long as you keep, look. Got to be more careful. Love this, man, so much. Such a great talent. It's actually cool to see it. And if you really want to keep the stacks up, you can run a shield. The shield was always a great way to keep the stacks up without taking damage, so you guys can do that too. If you feel like you're losing your stacks too quick, run a shield, man. Shield would be another great way for you guys to keep that Intimidate up. What do you got here? Oh, there's one guy left. Easy though. But yeah, that is Intimidate, the new updated version of it. But let's get into the build so you guys can see it. You guys might have noticed I was running a Hunter's Fury, typically what you would see from my Hunter's Fury solo player build. But if we go to the chest piece talent, and why it's really good now is because of the way Intimidate works. While you have a bonus armor, you gain 1 stack each second up to a max of 9. Now this should read you gain 3 stacks each second up to 9. So that's why you're seeing it so much faster. They just have to rewrite this. So what that means is you're gonna get increased weapon damage by 4% to enemies within 10 meters. You're gonna get 36% extra weapon damage, which is amazing. Now all stacks are lost when you do lose that bonus armor, but since you're getting them back so quick, it's still going to replace things like Obliterate, especially if you guys get if you have a lot of bonus armor a lot of the times, then running this, and I can imagine on certain raids, things where you can have a teammate proc bonus armor for you, Intimidate, it will be back in action. So it's gonna be cool to see more teams, more players, more solo players running Intimidate. And this is how I'm running it on my solo player build. I have a Sokolov chest piece, weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage mod. Then we have Intimidate on here. And then obviously you guys can run that however you want. Now we also have the Hunter's Fury, which gives us the 2-piece gives us 15% SMG damage, shotgun damage. The 3-piece gives us 20% armor on kill, 50% health on kill, and then Apex Predator enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Now killing a debuff enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and also amplifies weapon damage by 5%. So you can have another stack right there, and that's why Hunter's Fury, one of the best solo player builds, gives you a lot of survivability. It lets you make a lot of mistakes and get back right in action. Now if you pair this with the Gunner class, you can have 30% armor on kill, which is amazing. We have weapon damage on here, crit damage, and critical hit chance on the mask. Now we go down to the the holster. We have armor on this one and critical hit damage. Our knee pads, we have armor and critical hit damage, Hunter's Fury. And then our fourth and final piece of Hunter's Fury, we have armor and critical damage. Now I'll tell you, if you feel like you're not damaging people enough, you feel like your damage is not enough, you can drop this to 1.3 million armor. But I would tell you, with Intimidate, I feel like I'm able to still shred enemies pretty quick. Now for the backpack, obviously Memento, we're gonna get weapon damage, armor, skill tier, critical damage. And then kill confirmed is what's giving us that bonus armor, right? For every blue core, we're getting 10% bonus armor. So I mean, I'm getting 40% bonus armor for every time I pick up one of the trophies. I'm getting 15% weapon damage, and then we getting 5% skill efficiency. On top of that, we're getting the long-term buff, which is at 30 stacks, 30% weapon damage, 3% armor regen, and 30% skill efficiency. Now, with these guns, you can run the Ouroboros if you have it. I use it because I have it. I like it. But my second favorite gun is the Dark Winter. If I don't use the Ouroboros, I run the Dark Winter. A lot of you guys know that. You guys see my other builds. And what's good about this, it has perfect killer. Killing enemy with a critical hit grants 50% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. So you can run either one of these. It's utterly up to you on what you want to run. The RPM on Ouroboros is faster, has a 5 mag. The total damage on the weapon itself, the raw damage is higher. But if you guys seen in my videos in the past, I use a lot of the Dark Winter with perfect killer. That's a named item you guys can get. Really up to you. And if I run that, I can run the Scorpio, and that's what I typically do. I typically run the Scorpio Dark Winter, and on this one I just switched up with the mop and I'm running the Ouroboros. Really up to you on how you want to run that. Then since I am running the gunner class, I can run the Banshee Pulse. This is great to disorient the enemy. And then you can run the Defender Drone or whatever other talent you want. But overall, this is it right here. If I'm not going to run the Ouroboros, again, just swap that out, boom, and then I go this way. And then I can run it like that. It's really up to you. If you don't have the Ouroboros, then run the Dark Winter, and that's it. So this is the build right here, guys. If you guys have any questions, I'm excited to see what Intimidate will do in this update. Love to see it. Love to see it coming back. And don't forget, there is a perfect Intimidate that you guys can get when you guys complete the 13 Hunters in New York City with Hunter Killer, which that gives you 40% weapon damage. So that is pretty cool too. So you guys could actually go that route if you want to do like an armor regen build. So definitely a lot of things you guys can do. I'm going to wrap this one up. Hey, I'll see you in the next one. Hey, Nothing But Skills out.